Beep ba da ba 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 beep ba da dee da. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I got wasted. I got wasted because I didn't want to Hey y'all. Okay, well, let me get hang my towel up. Okay. Morning, y'all. So, hey, Mindy. What's up, girl? Hey, everybody. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Ash. Hey, Nancy. What's up, y'all? Okay, so I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to be making some keychains today. I got the keychain colors in, and they're super pretty. They're a lot prettier than on the picture, so I'll show them to you guys real fast. Y'all are going to have to bear with me when I'm making these keychains because I'm be making them on my own. So, I mean, of course, the quickest thing to do is to order a necklace and be done with it. But if you want me to make you a keychain, I'm fixing to, look at me, I'm fixing to make the two that I've already been ordered from somebody, and I'm fixing to make me one with that color and that color, I think. The metallic ones. So cute. So, okay. I also have an update to tell you guys about my weight loss. So, I was 221, and this morning I weighed myself, and I was 213, so I lost another 0.8 of a pound. So, I'm really, really proud of myself. I cannot wait till I get down to 200. That's when you're going to really see my face start to thin out. Because I feel like my face still looks really chunky, especially around my chin and my cheeks. But I'm really, really excited. I broke my time restricted eating this morning at 10:30 with some broccoli and cheese soup. Because to me, by 10:30 is like damn near lunchtime. You know what I mean? So I have broccoli and cheese soup, and that was really good. And then I have my big ass water jug that I'm drinking out of. And y'all, that song, I had to show y'all. I was crying this morning watching that damn song. I was like, oh my God, I have to show everybody how emotional I am when I watch these damn. When a song like really touches my heart, dude, I be crying. I be crying. So this is my water jug I've been drinking out of, so y'all know the tea. There's no, I don't know if you guys have ever ordered this shit before, but I got it off the TikTok shop. It's Nuxe, Nuxe, and it's like an oil, a dry oil for your skin. Dude, I love this shit. It's so good, and it doesn't leave like a oily residue on your skin. It really soaks in. So I've been using that every day. I mean, look, I'm almost halfway through it. And then they have one that has sparkles in it. So if you like that kind of shit, you should check it out. It's on the TikTok. It's on my TikTok shop. So just go to my TikTok and you can order it. And I get a little bit of money if you order it from my TikTok shop. But then this shirt is my new shirt. I didn't wear it yesterday. I just put it on to make a video. But it says, pray for me. I'm petty. I cannot. It's from the same maker of my other shirts that say, I believe in holding grudges, I'll heal in hell. It's the same maker. So, Untamed Ego LLC, but you can get it from my TikTok shop. Okay, go support your girl. But anyways, I wanted to tell you guys I made 7 sales so far on the dog tags. That's really awesome, you guys. I was talking to Mindy on the phone, and she said, I just opened my Etsy shop. And she said some people wait years for their first sale on Etsy. And she said, I opened my Etsy shop and I got a sale on the first day I opened it. So that's because of y'all. Thank you so much. It's not because of me. It's because you guys support me so much. And it means so much to me, y'all. I am washing my hands right now. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. So, and today Nate stayed home from school because he has not been feeling well. For the last 3 days, he's been feeling really under the weather. And y'all know my goal this year is for him to do perfect attendance. So I told him tomorrow he will be going back to school unless he has a fever. He cannot stay home. So this morning he had a low grade temp. And with COVID and everything, I don't want to send my son to school and possibly get somebody else sick or him contract something that's worse than a little summer cold. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's put our sunblock on. I wanted to talk to you guys about how recovery is more than abstaining from drugs, okay? I think it's really important for people to understand because any person can stop using drugs, okay? Any person can stop using drugs. That doesn't mean that they've changed their behaviors in their life and that they're being a better human being, right? Like people can stop using drugs and still cheat, lie, steal, manipulate, all gaslight, all those things, right? But it's really doing the work on the inside and healing your inner child and becoming a better human being that matters, that makes you a person in recovery, okay? Any person can stop using drugs. What makes a person in recovery is the hard work on the inside. That's what counts. Let me pull my hair up because I'm going to put on a little bit of makeup today, a real natural makeup look, because I've got that speaking engagement at 3 p.m. Central Time, which is 1 p.m. Y'all's California time. So I hope you guys will come. I will put the link to the Zoom meeting on my community tab early on, so that way y'all can get signed in and join, okay? But there was many times that I stopped using drugs, and what took me back to my addiction was the fact that I wasn't changing the person that I was. I wasn't changing my behaviors. I was still doing felonious shit. I was still hurting people that cared about me. I was still lying, cheating, stealing, and manipulating, And so part of recovery is changing those behaviors and becoming a better human being. So, not just anybody can get sober and change their life. If everybody could, everybody would do it. Okay? If everybody could, everybody would do it. That's why we see people online who lie about their recovery or, all the things that they do. That's why we see that shit still happening. Because if it was easy for people to just get sober, like everybody would just get sober. There it is. That's what I wanted to use. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I love this shit. I love using it kind of like a foundation because it's got like a really pretty glow to it. So what are some things that I did that helped me in my recovery to change my life? Okay, let's talk about it. What is in the middle of this? Oh no, I'm freaking out. You guys, have you guys ever got a beauty blender and it feel like there's a rock in the middle of it? Oh no, never mind. Oh, never mind. It was just really dry. You guys, I was squeezing this thing and it felt like there was a rock in it. Anyway, let's talk about some of the things that I did that helped me change my life. Oh, y'all. I didn't cheat on my husband when we got together, but let me tell you the story, okay? Story time, story time, story time. Okay, here we go. So before I met my husband, I was in 2 long-term relationships. My first relationship was with a guy named Robert, and we started dating when I was 17 years old, and we broke up around the time I was 20, okay? And when I tell you guys, I cheated like a dog on this man. I actually, when I made my amends, when I got sober, I actually went back, you guys, and made amends to him and apologized to him because of how bad I did him when I was in active addiction, and just as a partner, you know. And so imagine being 31 years old, 32 years old. You haven't talked to your high school boyfriend since y'all were like 20. And well, no, I saw him. No, that's a lie. I saw Robert when his mom was dying of cancer. She asked for me to be there. And so um, he called me and said, "My mom's dying wish is for you to come see her." And I'm like, "Damn, really? I'm on my way." So me and my husband went to see him. Oh, Nate's talking. I thought he was talking to me. So I went to go see him with my husband. So my husband actually met my ex, Robert. So anyways, when I was younger, Robert was my first real boyfriend, like my first, like serious relationship. And I also started using drugs with Robert. Like, he was the person who introduced me to marijuana. He was the person who introduced me to cocaine. He was the person who introduced me to acid. Like, he was my first time doing everything together with him. So this foundation is so, so beautiful. It's the Yummy Skin Danessa Myricks foundation. If you haven't tried it, you guys should try it. It's really good. You'll see how pretty it looks on my skin. So, when we started dating, I started using drugs, and that's a big reason why I cheated on him. It wasn't because I just am a person who likes to cheat, because I'm a very faithful, loyal person. Me and my husband have been together for 12 years, 11 years, and I've never cheated on my husband, our whole relationship. So I'm a very loyal person when I'm not all fucked up and shit, So I used to cheat on Robert. I used to cheat on him. I was also only 17, so I was sowing my wild oats, I had kind of like a glow up in high school, okay? When I was like 16, going 17, 18, I went from being like cute and pretty to like drop dead fucking gorgeous, okay? And people started to show me a lot of attention in high school, especially guys. A lot of guys started showing me attention, telling me how beautiful I was. I started going to all these parties and stuff with Robert. And it was just, I was wilding out, So that was what made it, I think, a lot easier for me to be a cheater, is because I was young, dumb, full of cum and drugs. I'm just being real with y'all. Y'all know I keep it real. So, we're going to use this concealer is a lot like more skin-like, I feel like. So that's why I'm using it. I have got to start using my camera to record on, dude. Let me show y'all something, okay? And welcome to my life with untreated ADHD. If you can't keep up, sorry for you. Okay. If you can't keep up with me, I'm sorry. Look how beautiful this camera is. And I don't fucking use it to record any of my videos. Like, what am I doing? Anyways, back to the subject at hand. So, I had a glow up. And a lot of guys started showing me attention that I really never had before. And I was good about myself. I was feeling really good about myself, and that attention felt good, So that's why I think I was so unfaithful, because it was just like a perfect storm. It was the perfect storm of being, new a teenager, and hormones, and newly glowed up. So, anyways, I cheated on Robert all the time. We actually ended up breaking up because I cheated on him. He found out that I cheated on him with Clarence Kelly, the quarterback of the football team, and he was not happy about that. Trigger warning, he called me an N-word lover with the hard R in the middle of the state fair. So we were at the state fair, me and Monster and my two girlfriends were walking around the state fair having a good old time. Lo and behold, guess who we ran into? Robert. And he yelled at me in front of everybody in that whole damn fair, Nigger lover. And I was like, how dare you, you know? First of all, and it was just fucked up. That was the fucked up shit he could have ever said to me, because Monster was like just such a great guy, and he was a sweetheart, and it wasn't his fault. It was my fault. I was being unfaithful. You know what I mean? And so he broke up with me that day, and we never got back together, ever. So next I started dating LD, but listen to how scarred I was. Listen to how fucked up I was because of the breakup. So even though I had been cheating on him, like I had been with him for like 5 or 6 years, a long time in kid years, okay? And so when we broke up, I used to stay the night at his house all the time, you guys, all the time. Okay, and so like I went from having somebody that I slept in the bed with every night to I could not sleep at night. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep because I didn't have no body laying beside me. So I went out and I purchased 2 big ass body pillows. And I put one on one side and one on the other side of me. And that's how I was able to sleep at night. For a whole year, I cried at night over this dude. And I'm the one who did the dirt. You know? Thanks, you guys. I appreciate y'all. And I'm the one who did the dirt, you know? I feel so stupid because I was doing him dirty, but I was so upset. So anyways, I wanted my cake and I wanted to eat it too when I was younger, you know? So we broke up. And that whole year, I couldn't sleep. Like I said, I slept with 2 body pillows. And then one day, I was at my job at Shoe Carnival. Okay? So I used to be the assistant manager, or no, the floor supervisor at Shoe Carnival. I've always been in a supervisor position because I'm a good fucking worker. I'm a hard-ass worker, y'all. Can't nobody touch me when it comes to being a hard-ass worker. So, I was hustling my little ass off, doing my thing. And that night, one of my girlfriends was like, hey, meet me over at Flash's house. Let's go party. And Flash was a dope cook. And I was like, sure, I'll be there. So I met her over at Flash's house. And we were all getting high on methamphetamine. And that's when I met LD. LD came out of the back bedroom of this trailer, right? Oh, how romantic, the trailer house. Okay. He came out of the back bedroom of this trailer. Let me tell y'all about this trailer, okay? It was falling the fuck apart, y'all. Like, you could step on one thing and fall through the damn floor of this trailer. Okay? I've lived in some really nice trailers, and then I've lived in some dilapidated pieces of shits. I didn't live in this one. I was just visiting. But, you know, I digress. So, he came out of the back bedroom, and I did not know this, but he had just got done doing like a big shot, like a 40-unit shot. And I had no idea. I was just chilling. And he came and sat down, and I was like, hey, what's up? My name's Nicole. You know, the social butterfly that I am. And I thought he was really attractive. He was not like your conventional country boy. He had like really dark hair and green eyes. And he was more like Italian looking. He was very attractive. And I was like, damn, boy, you're cute. And so at the end of the day, after I left the house, after I left that morning, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning when I finally left that house. I gave him my phone number, told him to call me sometime. And so he did. 2 days later, he called me. It was a Thursday. I'll never forget. It was probably the worst day of my life because that day, I should have never gave that man my number. People warned me about him. People told me that he beat his girlfriends. People told me that he was addicted to drugs. People told me that, you know, he was just a piece of shit, right? And people didn't consider me a drug addict yet. I was only like 20-something. People still hadn't seen me hit rock bottom yet. So I didn't have like a reputation of being a junkie or anything like I do now. And so people told me, Nicole, you don't want to talk to that dude. He will beat you. He beats all his girlfriends. Bah, 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 bah. And I was like, I'm going to change him. I'm going to change him. I'm going to love him right. And he's never going to hit another girl, especially not me. Well, honey, that was the fucking dumbest shit I could have ever thought. Because me and him started dating. And when we started dating, he had nowhere to live. He was homeless. Okay? Homeless. So we were sleeping in my car at night just so we could spend time with each other. Okay? Because I couldn't bring him to my mom and dad's house because I was still staying at my parents' house at this time. They hadn't kicked me out yet. So I decided, you know what? We can't live like this. We can't be staying in my car. This is fucking bullshit. So I was like, we're getting out of this joint. We're going to fucking get us our own place. So I had no money. And I was like, how am I going to get us out of here? So I went ahead and I moved us out into this 1-bedroom efficiency. It literally had roaches and rats and used mattress that we would sleep on. I put so many sheets on that mattress, y'all, because it was like so many people had slept on that mattress. Ugh. When I'm thinking about it now, it makes my stomach kind of sick. It was bad. So we lived there for like 6 months. And I remember I called my mama and my dad wanted to come see where we were living. And I did not want my dad to come see where we were living. Okay? Because I knew if my dad came and saw where we were living, he was going to clown the fuck out of me. And he did. He came up there and he said, holy fucking shit. And he said, my daughter is not staying not one more night in this fucking hellhole right here. He was like, what the hell? I did not raise you to fucking live like this. What is wrong with you? And this is like right around the time where my parents started to realize that I had a fucking meth problem. And so my mom was like, your dad is dead set on getting you out of that apartment, that 1-bedroom efficiency. So what we're going to do is we are going to help you find a place to live, and you're going to pay the rent, but we'll pay the deposit. And I was like, okay, I can do that. I can come up with $500, because I was working a full-time job. And, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, I had just got my job. I left Shoe Carnival. I resigned from Shoe Carnival. I didn't get fired or nothing. And I went and I got a job working for the state of Arkansas. That's right. So here I was working at the revenue office, taking people's getting car pulls, everything you can imagine, okay? So I had full insurance. I had a good paycheck coming in every month. I was doing good for myself, I was doing good for myself. So my mom and dad were like, okay, we're going to help you. So they helped me find a place to live, and I moved in. Me and LD moved in, and I got LD a job. And the first 2 years, the first year we were together, he threw my car into oncoming traffic. And I should have left him that day right there. I should have known right there that was the precursor to my ass getting beat. But, I was dumb back then. So one day we had been drunk real bad off vodka. And we were out at his friends' houses with his sister and her boyfriend. And me and the sister and him and the boyfriend, we all got into my car and I was driving us home. It was like midnight. And we were really bad vodka drunk, okay? And he wouldn't quit fucking with my radio. And I was really drunk trying to drive, okay? And so I punched him. Like that. And when I tell you guys, he grabbed my steering wheel and threw us into oncoming traffic, like immediately. Like he didn't even think like what I'm doing could actually kill us. He just jumped out of the car and he ran for the hills. Him and his sister and his sister's boyfriend, they all left me there, all by myself. So I walked up to the people that we hit, and I said, are y'all okay? It was 2 gay guys. They were like, we're okay. And I was like, do you want me to call the police? And they were like, no. And they were like, can we just get your insurance? And I was like, yeah. And they left the scene of the accident. And I was like, okay, well, I'm leaving too, bitch. And I went off walking down the road, back to the apartment because we were just right down the street from the apartment. We weren't far away at all. So I walked all the way down Central Avenue to Park Avenue and back to our apartment that we were staying at Desiree's house, his sister. And when I tell you guys, I was crying my eyes out. I was like, how could you fucking leave me there like that? Like, y'all are fucked up. You know what I mean? Y'all are real fucked up. And so right then I should have realized, like, these people are not the kind of people I am. You know what I mean? But of course, you know me, I was like, I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them. And so I'm going to help save them. I'm going to help them not do drugs anymore. And I'm talking about the whole family does drugs. I'm going to help them get sober even though I'm not sober. Ba, 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 ba. Dum, 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 dum. And so when I look back on it now, I look so stupid. Like, they were using me. They were using me to their advantage, Oh, well. Anyways, back to the story at hand. So that was the first time that he ever, hurt me and hurt my shit. Well, after he broke the ice with that one, he didn't miss a beat beating my ass after that. That's when he started to hit me and show me what was really up. That's when he started to show me who he really was. And man, it was bad. He would just hit me out of nowhere. Like, we would all be hanging out at our house, or at his sister's house. This is before they all moved in with me because they all lived with me at one point. I was taking care of the whole damn family. But we would all just be chilling and laughing. Next thing I know, I'd get smacked in the fucking face. One time we were all chilling and laughing, and he took a Supreme bean burrito, a burrito Supreme from Taco Bell, took a bite out of it, and then shoved it into my eyeball. Then one time he busted my head open. That's how I got the stitches up here, 10 stitches. So anyways, he was a horrible person. And I cheated. That's when I started cheating on him. I started cheating on him when I was he started putting his hands on me. I started going out, hanging out with people after I would get off work, not going home and shit. And I would come home like triple high and shit. And he would be so upset because I would be high and I wouldn't have no drugs for him. Or I'd bring him like one fucking hydro, and then he'd get pissed and then he'd beat my ass some more. And so, I didn't leave that relationship, you guys. He left me. That's how sick I was. That I thought I deserved what he was doing to me. I thought I deserved to have my ass beat every single day. He had me brainwashed to believe that I wasn't shit and I didn't deserve shit and I might as well eat shit. And I had totally fallen for it. I had totally fallen for that I wasn't shit. I didn't deserve shit and I was going to eat shit. Isn't that sad? So fucking sad. So one day he didn't come home. This is 6 years later. We'd been together for almost 6 years. And he didn't come home from a night out. And I woke up and I had been robbed of all my jewelry. Anything that was valuable to me had been robbed. My jewelry, my rings, my diamond necklaces. Just all my shit that was of value. And I still don't know to this day if it was him or the Terry twins. It was one of them two. They probably were in on it together, if you want to know the truth. But I remember I was calling his sister, trying to get a hold of him, and I was like, trying to find out where he was. She said, Nicole, he ain't coming back. He's at Ashley's house. I was like, who the fuck is Ashley? Ashley was some girl that she had been best friends with that she met at the bar. Perfect for him. She already had kids. They could live their best trailer park life. She had like 3 kids by some of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 different baby daddies. So he ended up leaving me and just left me there. And I woke up, like I said, to him not being there, and he never came back. I went ahead and I got all my shit and I packed it all up. I had these 3 or 4 guys from Walmart come and help me. I didn't even know these dudes. They just helped me because they were good men. I told them, listen, guys, I'm going to get my ass beat if I go back by myself. Can you guys help me move all my stuff out? And they were like, sure. And so they came back and helped me move all my stuff out of that house. which was everything was mine. You know, I was the breadwinner. I was the person who was keeping us afloat. So I left and I never went back. And that's when my addiction really got out of control because I hadn't even started shooting up yet. When I was with LD, I did not shoot up. I had never shot up. And so whenever we broke up, that's when I went downhill and that's when I started shooting up. But when I met Neil, it was so different than any other guy I've met. When I met my husband, he treated me with so much love and respect. I had never had a man treat me like that before in my life. He would open the car door for me. He would pay for everything. He would leave me little notes, stuff to let me know how special I was to him. Baby, I didn't know what to do because I had never had a man treat me like Neil treated me. At first, I was scared and I didn't know what to do, you know. But then when I realized that, I was like, damn, this is somebody I want to be with for the rest of my life. That's when, what I did? This is what I did. I told Neil not to come to my house for 24 hours. I needed some time to myself. And for a whole day, I went through my whole fucking phone. And I called every dude. I texted every fucking booty call. Every fucking dude I ever fucked, sucked, did anything with. And I said, please don't ever call me again. I'm blocking your number. Don't come to my house. Don't do nothing. Because I have fallen in love. And I am going to be married to this person. And that's what I did. I called every motherfucker I knew. I found love, bitch. No more free for you. I'm out of this motherfucker. And that's what I did. I got away from all those pieces of shit. And I, made away with my husband. And then when my husband came over, he thought that I wanted space from him because I didn't like him anymore. So funny. And I was like, babe, I was calling all my booty calls and telling them I didn't want to be with them no more and that they could fuck all the way off because I'm in love with you. And I told my husband I loved him that night. And that was the first time I ever told him I loved him. And he told me he loved me back. So, when you find somebody who treats you with respect and love, then it's easy to stay faithful. It's easy to be faithful whenever you have somebody that's treating you with love and respect, And that's how it was with me and Neil. It's easy for me to be a good wife to him because he's a good husband to me, So my sister called me last night. Listen to this, you guys. My baby sister, Michelle, she's not my baby. She's the middle. I'm the oldest. Christine's the baby. My baby sister Michelle called me, and she said, I got a new boyfriend, because she was in a really bad abusive relationship. And I was like, really? She was crying, telling me about how he just bought her a brand new washer and dryer for her house. And I was like, ain't that nice? Isn't it nice to have a man who wants to do for you and wants to take care of you? Like, isn't that so awesome? That's the way a man is supposed to treat a woman, with respect and love, And of course, we treat our man with respect and love right back. But I'm so happy for my sister because she has never had somebody treat her good. She was just like me. She was in these horrible relationships, So, now let me tell you what I did to make changes in my life so I could be a better person. So, once me and Neil had our son, I knew that I had to change my ways, that I was going to end up, losing custody of Nathaniel forever if I didn't get sober and change my life. I knew I had to do something different. And me and my husband sat down and we talked about that, we talked about how much we loved our son and how we don't want to lose him and we don't want CPS to keep him from us, and we're going to fight and do whatever we have to do to get sober. While I was in treatment, my husband wrote me letters every day letting me know that he was on the same page as me, that he was going to fight too, that we were both going to fight for custody of our son, and we weren't going to just let CPS, run us around and keep our baby from us. And so I put myself into therapy. The day I got out of rehab, I got into therapy, you know. Um, my husband was working really, really hard on, making ends meet for our family. At that time, I didn't make any money, y'all. I had a job that made like $200 a month, if that. So I depended heavily on my husband to pull the weight while I was healing and growing in my own recovery and getting to where I'm at today, you know? And then when my husband struggled with his relapse in 2020, I did that for him and I pulled all the weight. And he was able to take 6 months off of work and really do things that will help him heal and grow and feel better about himself, you know? We traded places with each other and helped each other. Yeah, but my family treats me right. Oh, that's awesome, Dana. You'll find your Neil one day. It's all in good time. I found my Neil when I was not looking for him, and that's kind of how it happens, I believe. I know that's like what everybody says, but I found my husband when I was not looking for him. Who's calling me from a fucking... Okay. I have these really pretty dark orangey colors on my eyes right now. And I'm going to go into this dark brown, I think. But me and my husband, he gave me time to grow and heal and learn how to stay sober, and I did the same for him. We got sober together at the same time, and my husband was able to white knuckle it that whole time, because he wasn't doing a program like I was. I was doing a program, and my husband was kind of just flailing in the wind. He was just doing his own thing. And sometimes some people are better with just doing their own thing. Some people need a program. I really needed stability and structure at the beginning, so doing something like AA and therapy was really beneficial for me. It was really beneficial for me. I needed that shit, Thanks. Yeah, Neil has long red hair. I just recently put 2 little blonde streaks in the front of it. So it looks so cute. But yeah, Neil has really long hair too. He grew it out because I told him to. I said, I would love to see you with a man bun. And so he did that. Okay. He's a good looking man. Okay. I really like this gold color right here from this palette, so we're going to put that on. But I kind of just want y'all to understand that, me and Neil, it was none of the thing. It took so much time and hard work, y'all, to get to where we're at. And we're not even halfway where we want to be. We are still renting an apartment, imagine what we're like when we get to where we can own our own home. That's what I want to be able to do. That's my goal, is to own my own home, But those are the kind of things that are important to me. Back when I was in active addiction, stupid shit was important to me. Getting high and being cool, and that kind of stuff. That's why, I just can't be bothered with certain stuff on social media, because it's I'm over here being an adult, I'm doing adult shit now. I don't have time for the kid shit, I just don't have time for it. It's serious now. I have a child, my son is my number one priority. Which, you guys, Nate is trying to become the number one earner at his school for their fun run. But I don't know if I should post it on my social media, because I just don't want... I know there's weirdos out there who would love to know where my son goes to school so they can hurt me. You know what I mean? And so if you guys want to support my son in the fun run, message me and I'll send you the link privately. But I can't do it. I can't just post it on social media. I think it would be a bad idea. I've been thinking about it and 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 thinking about it. And I just don't think it'd be a good idea. Okay, so there's this girl. Hey Nick. Oh, hey CC, what's up? A paid financial coach. What? Why would I need one of those? Please explain. Tell me why I would need one. Maybe I'll tell you if I thought about getting if I would need one. So I mean, I have been budgeting my budget. The only thing I need is a CPA. That's what I need. I need somebody to do my help me do my taxes and get out on top. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I need. So if you know one of those, let me know. Oh, how are you? How's your pregnancy going, baby? How's your pregnancy going? That would be so awesome. Okay, so let me tell you how much I got him to, Ashley. I have gotten him to 170. Okay, me and his dad, of course, put in the 100, and then my Tracy put in 20, and then my mama did 50. And my son goes to school with rich kids, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna have to really market this and get people to help me out because these kids' parents will just throw down $300 like it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? So help me. And the money from the dog tags that I have, that I haven't gotten that yet. So because it goes into my Etsy. I've only had 2 orders through my PayPal and Cash App, so it's not like I could just pull from what I've made from my dog tags, or I would, just to help Nate out so he could be, because it's important to him. He wants to be, a competitor with all the other kids, and to me, I'm like, fuck that, I don't want to waste my money, but if it's important to him, it's important to him, and it's for his school, so it's for a good cause. It's raising money for his school, the PTA. You know what I mean? So, I gotta help my baby out. Okay. That's brown. I want to do black. Didn't I say I was gonna do a little bit of makeup? As you can see, we're doing a full glam almost over here. That's how it goes. I'll say one thing and then I'll do the opposite. Oh, well, I mean, honestly, you guys, I just gotta save the money, If the only reason why I would hire somebody like that is to teach me how to invest in stuff, Are you a financial life advisor, Rob? Is that what you do? Or did you hire one? Let me know. Tell me your results. Well, I have money. I'm doing pretty good. I have $3,000 saved now, you guys. And that's all just from stopping eating out, and stopping buying all the jewelry I was buying. So in 2 months, I was able to save $3,500. But now, what do I do with that savings? Do you understand what I'm saying? It just sits there in the bank and does nothing. What I want to learn how to do is I want to invest it in something that will make it more. You know what I mean? Also, did y'all know that you can sell your TikTok accounts for big money? I was just telling Mindy about this the other day. I have an account that I don't use. It's got 38,000 followers on it. I could sell that account for $2,000 or $3,000, maybe even more than that. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Okay. I am setting this black liner with a black black eyeshadow. So when I say savings, that's money that I don't touch, okay? It's really important for me to have savings because, my car's paid off. Anything could happen. It could break down. It could need new tires. My son could need something. And so when I say savings, that's like money that I do not touch. It's savings. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I'm doing here. Do you guys watch Tati Westbrook here on YouTube? She did a makeup look the other night. I was watching her videos with this really beautiful palette, Glaminatrix Sugar and Spice. That palette looked stunning. Okay? Stunning. Okay. I think I want to do a wing too, because y'all know a bitch looks good with a wing. Okay. How do you know what funds to invest in? I could definitely do that. I just need somebody to teach me. So anyway, yeah, I have the $100 to invest. I could do that once a month, no problem. I just don't know what to do. Sorry, y'all. I gotta get that wing just right. No, I have paid a financial coach. She only charged me. Well, Rob, how about this? If you pay her 50, I'll pay you 20, and you can tell me the things. Okay. How about that? We'll work out a deal. I just don't want to pay any of those weird Bitcoin people. I'm not doing that. Weird scammy shit. Oh, Lord. Alex just asked about living with in-laws, y'all. Girl, I have so much experience with that. You would literally die. So I lived with my mother and father-in-law in the same house, underneath the same roof, from 2013 to 2015. Maybe 2012 to 2015. Somewhere around there. A long time. A long ass motherfucking time. Okay. And it was horrible, actually. No, I'm just playing. It wasn't horrible, but it was very annoying. So this is what I could tell you, okay? Mother-in-laws are going to try and control everything you do. They're going to want you to do the things the way they want you to do things because you're living in their house. So to avoid conflict, just do the things. That's what I have learned. Just do the things, make them happy. Okay? Let them be happy in their little place because they have you living in their house, right? Unless they're living in your house. Now, if the shoe's on the other foot and they're living in your house, you are in charge. But while you're living underneath their roof, treat it just like if you were living with your parents and follow their rules and try to stay out of conflict because family conflict is not worth it. It's just the worst, And so if you can avoid it at all costs, that's what I would do. I would avoid it at all costs. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to beef up this brown on the outer corner of my eye. And then I want to put the pretty gold color. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they're and I'm going to be honest with you. They're going to get in your business. They're going to want to know what's going on. They're going to want to, I don't know, a little bit too much, Nicole. A little bit too much. Okay? They're going to want to get in your business. They're going to want to know all the shit that's going on with your finances. They're going to want to know what's going on with your sex life. I mean, they're just going to be all up in your shit, and you just got to deal with it. You got to deal with it while you can, okay? Because, like I said, you don't want to be like me, okay? I was combative with my mother-in-law. A lot of it was because I was in active addiction. I was physically fighting my mother-in-law, okay? That's not the way you want to be, okay? You don't want to be physically fighting your mother-in-law and putting your husband in a position where he is between a rock and a hard place, choosing between the two of you guys, you know? It's just not any way you want to be. Take it from me, okay? I know. Yeah, and you're going to sit there and notice, but you can't tell her about herself because she ain't going to listen to you, especially if you're living underneath her roof, okay? That's no shade, no shade to you, because like I said, I've been there. I lived underneath my mother-in-law's roof for a long time. I'm just trying to tell you that you can't tell her about herself. She can tell you about you all day long, but if you try to tell her about herself, it's going down, you know? Oh, really, Rob? I'm so sorry, baby. Okay, we're going to go into the magical eyeshadows now. The magical magics. Okay. What color do you want to use? Oh, this one. You know, I love my husband way too much, so I would never leave him, you know, over some mom-in-law shit. But I know some people, you know, their parents are just horrible. My mother-in-law is a good woman. You know what I mean? She's a good woman. She's a good mom to my husband. She's a good woman. She means well. We just bump heads, you know. But she's not a bad mom at all. She's a great mother. There's just a couple of things I don't agree with her. She's very shame driven, you know, because she's ashamed. It's not because she's trying to shame, like she doesn't, it's not in her mind. She's not thinking, oh, they're so shameful, I'm going to shame them. No, in her mind, she's ashamed. And so that bleeds off into how she treats me and my husband and even my son. You know, she's all about, what will people think? What will the Joneses say if they see this? What will they think if this happens? And that's just not me. I will straight flip the Joneses the bird, okay? Okay. I'll be arguing out in the front lawn, and the neighbors will open their window, and I'll say, "What the fuck are y'all looking at?" That's me, okay? So, I love my life. I love myself, dude. I love the way I am because I don't give a fuck. Okay? And that's just the most freest feeling in the world. You know? It's such a great feeling to not have to worry about what other people are thinking about you. You know? But I do understand that a lot of people are really concerned with that. Okay, now let me show you how much better that looks since I gassed it up. Okay? Okay. Some people are just like that, you know? Not me, though. One day I was getting on to one of Nate's little friends. I was correcting him, and he goes, "Other people can hear you." And I looked at his friend and I said, "I do not care." I was like, "Baby boy, we don't care what other people think around this house." You know, so sorry. And I was reprimanding him because he had said a word he wasn't supposed to be saying, if you know what I'm saying. Okay? Some foul language. And I had gotten onto him in the middle of the Kroger parking lot. And he was like, "Other people can hear you." And I was like, "Boy, you better get your ass back in the car before I swear to God." Yeah, I don't care. But when it comes to in-laws, you just gotta ride the wave, baby. You can't. It's in your best interest to ride the wave, okay? Because don't make it hell on yourself. If she's an alcoholic and she's spending a bunch of money, as long as it ain't your money and it's not affecting you, then I would just leave it at that. Let her be let her do her thing. You know, she's old and set in her ways, and you can't tell her nothing. You know. Um, Now, if it's affecting y'all's family or finances, if y'all are not able to eat because she's spending all this money, I wouldn't say anything to her alone. I would get my husband and we could have a family meeting about it, but I would not do it on your own because she's going to take that as a personal attack, and you don't want her to feel attacked because that's whenever she's going to retaliate if she feels like she's backed into a corner, you know? All right, and things were great, but yeah, the worst thing you can ever do is live with your mother and father-in-law. It's just not cool. Get out of there. Why don't y'all move out? Why don't y'all make a way to, why don't y'all get y'all's money right and get out? That's what I would do, girl. Get out, get out, get out. You know, you don't have to live there. You guys have y'all's own employment, right? And you can move out, right? I know it's hard right now, but it's worth it, you know? My mother and father-in-law moved out of our house, the house we were living in. They bought a new house and moved out and left us in there. So we got lucky because we just took over the payments. And it was hard for my mother-in-law, to let go while we were living there, because when we first did it, she tried to come over every day and like be in the business and shit like that. And I just told her, I was like, you can't be in the business, girl. You got to go. This is my house now. Bye. And it was simple. That's not actually how it went. It was not simple at all. What had happened was I was gone. Me and Neil were gone at church. This is when we were still going to church. Okay, that's how long ago this was. Okay. And she showed up at the house on a Sunday while we were gone. We were sober too. We weren't doing drugs or anything, so it wasn't about that. We were sober. Everything was cool. She just showed up at my place when I wasn't there, and I was highly fucking offended about it because it was my house, you know. So she's up in my house, you know, going through my drawers, whatever she's doing. Well, I'm not there. See how beautiful it looks? And so it made me feel really uncomfortable. I was really, really upset with her. And I told her that. I was like, you do not come in my house without my permission. What?
Can I get that one game?
Alexander Pludre. No.
It's a super cool game.
Nate, no. I told you no. No, son. Do you know how much money... Do you know how much money me and your daddy put on your fun run for you? $100, Nate. That's a lot of money. Okay? You have to wait. All right? And you just bought a new game over the weekend with Daddy. I'm not getting on into you. I'm just letting you know. Okay? It's important for you to understand how much $20 here.
I can't find, like, a game.
Listen to me. $20 here, $20 there. It all adds up. Okay? It all adds up. So you're going to have to wait and just chill out. You have your Switch to play. You have so many games on your Switch that you don't even have on there anymore. Go through there and play a new game that you haven't played in 2 years. Go play the Luigi Haunted Mansion.
I don't like that game.
I love it. I'm about to play it on the other Switch. Okay? But you got to start being more mindful about how much money you ask for all the time, because you ask for a lot of money, son. And you don't even work for it. Okay. Work. I said work for money.
You said look.
Okay. Work for money is what I meant to say. Okay. Oh, God. It's too expensive where you live, Ash. It's like millions of dollars to live there. In Arkansas, it's really cheap. Okay. I got to do my mascara. And then I'm done. with my makeup look. My makeup look for the day. Okay. Oh, a cottage is probably really nice, isn't it? That sounds like it's a nice thing. It doesn't sound like it's a bad thing. Well, listen to me, Alex, okay? You and your husband, y'all have to get out on your own eventually. Okay? So that should be your goal, what you're working towards. The whole time me and my husband were living in that house, even though my mother-in-law didn't live there, the goal was to get out of that house because I was renting from my mother-in-law. And I don't want to rent from my mother-in-law, you know? And so the goal was to get out of there. So set a goal, like a year or two goal, and say, okay, by this time, I want to be out in my own place, you know? And so set that goal and stick to it. You can do it, okay? You can do it. And you know, if a mother in law, if you and your mother in law don't get along, that makes it even harder. Believe me, I know. I used to stay in my bedroom, dude, and not come out of my bedroom. Okay? Like, it's just, I make an effort to try and get along with my mother in law. We are cordial and we get along a lot better than we ever used to. But she still does dumbass shit, like sends me little fucking letters about parents and gadgets and shit when I'm over here living. This is 2023, not 1920. You know? Yeah, you could join the Telegram chat. But anyway, I love you guys, okay? I'm going to get off of here. I'm leaving this video up so everybody can see it. But, you know, I got into therapy. Me and my husband have worked really hard, you guys. At my core being, I'm a person who works hard. You know, I'm a person who works hard. I am an honest person. And when I used drugs, I was just out of pocket because of the drugs that I was on. But I've worked really hard to be a person in recovery and to help other people. You know, I don't just come on here and like make content about my life and not offer solutions, you know? Like, I put a lot of work into my life. I still have such a long way to go. And I have so many goals still, you know, to achieve. But I'm working really hard and I'm trying every single day to get to where I'm going, one day at a time, you know? And so I don't just talk about recovery, like I really do work recovery. I really do want people to not die from the disease of addiction, you know? So I love you guys, and I'll see y'all later, okay? Be good. And if you guys want to, put the link to my small business, my Etsy store. If y'all want to buy a necklace, it's on my community tab. All right? Bye, y'all.